I don't know if you saw this article. I'm just trying to find it quickly as I'm talking to you. It was basically an immigrant couple from India have come to Australia and amassed 18 properties.
Yep.
And it was in the Herald Sun, and they were talking about like a rags to riches story.
Yeah.
And so in this Don't Rent Me, which is like a bunch, here it is, found it, a bunch of wannabe socialist purple pingers types, someone has shared, this article. And, Indian-born couple moved to Australia and buy 18 properties. Guys, the comments are delicious.
Yeah, did they come to Australia with nothing and build it up here, or did they come with it? Because there are people in India with a lot of
they
money.
came here with nothing and built it here.
Good on them.
Yeah. Well, no, like it's a rags to riches story, but they don't know what to do because they're brown, they're immigrants.
But they're also rich.
They're rich and they've got the rental properties. Oh, it's funny.
Look, and this is where Sun Tzu comes in. Never interrupt your enemy when they are making a mistake.
It's glorious.
Just let it happen.
And of course,
watch them, laugh at them.
You wouldn't be able to read that. It says admin has turned off commenting for this post.
Oh, dear.
But do you like my new segment?
Yeah, look, this is fun. I'll give you that.
This is the good news segment. Yeah. But now let's segue into some actual news.
Speaking of segments, I need to remind myself what the word is.
Oh, yeah, obstreperous. Obstreperous?
Obstreperous. Obstreperous.
That's a weird tongue twistery one.
Well, see, I would say that's a very good description of the WNBA players. If only I'd been able to remember the word at the time that we were talking about the WNBA.
Before, and then I totally
obstreperous. I mean, being difficult in a way that draws attention to yourself. I think that's a perfect description.
Before we get into discussing the Greens, this is a palate cleanse.
Oh my goodness.
How much do you want to do that to your kid?
That's going to really hurt, though. Like, that's going to really hurt.
Yeah.
I love the dad's just kind of like, look away.
Yeah. Funny.
Dear.
All right. So we need to talk about the Greens and how they have ousted one of their founders, Drew Hutton.
Oh, gosh.
And
this comes on the back of them having recently had one of their councillors depart because she's Iranian-born and they're coming out in support of the Iranian regime. That happened last week as well.
Yeah.
No, they're running this. So this is the ranking issue, and this is the basket of goods.
Well, it's a purity test, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm more pure than you're pure.
But it's a purity test not based on a single issue, the environment. It's now a basket of goods.
I would argue the Greens have abdicated their care of the environment.
Oh, yeah, quite some time ago.
Yeah.
About 20 years ago, but again, perception takes 20 years to catch up. So it's only about now that a lot of people, including a lot of people in the Greens, are sitting there going, hold on a second, this is no longer what I thought I was supporting.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing here. So tell us the story.
So I'll just read this. The co-founder of the Australian Greens has officially been expelled from the party after warning the party had been taken over by a trans and queer cult that is attacking free speech. Drew Hutton, life membership of the Greens, was terminated by delegates of the state branches on Sunday, with party officials releasing a statement insisting that trans rights are non-negotiable human rights. But the 78-year-old has hit back, warning the Greens have been taken over by an intolerant cult. The fact is, the Greens is a number of states have been taken over by a cult, a transgender and queer cult. This has come to control key decision-making positions in the party, such as disciplinary and pre-selection committees and administrative process positions. That gave them enormous power, and they use this to influence pre-selections and expel those who disagree with them. They have abandoned the historic mission. I believe that that when I founded the party, a mission to help bring about ecologically sustainable world. So this is the new leader, the federal Greens leader, Larissa
Before we
Waters.
get to her, can I just say how much I love old people?
Yeah.
I mean, only a 78-year-old can come in and swipe like that and get away with it. Because everyone's like, oh, he's old person, blah, blah, blah. But this idea that all the old grumpy people are going to die out and we're going to be left with this beautiful progressive world because all the young people are voting progressive. No. People get more cranky as they get older. They get more conservative.
I've been cranky for
the
last 10 years.
I can't wait to be old because being young and grumpy is socially unacceptable. All right? Give me another 20 years and my level of grumpiness will be acceptable.
Yes. And not only that, I got called out the other day. You know how I talked about my project, my little side project called Chicken in the Noodle Aisle?
Yes.
I got called a Karen for that. Oh, you're such a Karen, Carly.
Yeah.
I'm like, hang on a minute. So caring about basic decency is now Karen behaviour? What kind of world do you want to live in?
I would love to live in a world where I didn't have to bring a lock with me so I'm doing a lot of cycling with my son now. I bought him a bike for his 9th birthday, a good one, and we go riding, and we have to lock up the bikes whenever we go into a shop or whatever for obvious reasons. I'd love to live in a world where I didn't have to do that, but unfortunately I live in a world where I do have to do that. I'd love to live in a world where no one put things in the wrong place of the supermarket aisle, where everyone put the shopping trolleys away, and I put my shopping trolley away, and I don't leave things in the wrong place in the supermarkets, and I'm not going to steal somebody else's bike. But unfortunately, we live in a world where other people do all of those things, and I don't think it's Karen behavior to call that out.
Well, yeah. So this is what the young ones do now. They're like, okay, boomer. All right, Karen. And I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah. You want to live in this bizarre socialist utopia that doesn't exist. You know the online university PragerU?
Yeah.
So I was binging their content yesterday because they do these like little 5-minute clips on, Karl Marx or socialism.
Has Dennis come back to doing his fireside chats? Because he had a health scare last year or earlier this year.
I'm not sure he's doing videos. He's actually got, a bit like the Daily Wire, they've got their own talent now.
Yeah, their own people, yeah.
And they're fantastic. But they're all videos. They're like 6, 7, 8 years old. But they're like 5-minute little videos.
Yeah.
And I've never read Das Kapital or the Communist Manifesto.
Yeah.
And I was like, just summarize it for me. So I started that, and then I just binged some content yesterday. Really, really good. If you guys want to get like a quick summary.
PragerU's amazing.
Yeah, really good content. But they were talking yesterday about how, so there was a guy actually worth watching. He's a Venezuelan Gen Z.
Okay.
And they interviewed him. It was a long podcast, but there were segments. Why do you think young people are adopting socialism? And his answer was, well, the Cold War ended. Because when the Cold War was going on, socialism was in the forefront. We feared the USSR.
Yeah.
But he's like, now the issue is people are so entitled that they want to buck against the current system and what they see as capitalism.
Yeah.
So they want to go and they want to see it for themselves. Like, they discount what happened 100 years ago because
that's old years ago.
Well, there are old people, so they must be stupid.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's a level of, ignorance, but also blind stupidity. Like there's a combination there.
I would also say that the long march through the institutions has been very successful.
Yes.
And also that the cloud pivot strategy is coming close to its logical conclusion, which is the collapse of capitalism, just through the overbearing and completely unsustainable welfare state. Now, don't make me talk about Javier Milei, because if you get me started on Javier Milei, we're going to be here all day. But very, very briefly on Javier Milei, he may prove to be the most significant political actor of this decade, even more so than Donald Trump. Because what he's doing right now is not only is he rescuing Argentina from itself in record time, he is now riding on a massive wave of popularity, which is proving that actually you can ask your people to take their medicine and put them through that, and they will actually love you for it because once they understand the project, once they understand what it is that everyone's working towards. Now that has up until recently been considered impossible. You can't do those sorts of reforms because you'll get thrown out at the next election. And unfortunately, that can be true.
Yeah.
Milei is proving that there is an exception. There is a way to do it. And so young people in Argentina are not suffering under this desire for socialism because they lived under it for a while. So it kind of speaks to your point. They did experience it and they experienced what it gave them and now they're rejecting it. Hopefully, Australians are smart enough to learn from other people's mistakes rather than having to repeat them for ourselves.
I did say on Monday night that Australians deserve socialism. Not all of us, but unfortunately, I do see it has to go that way.
As a collective, ironically, we do deserve a collectivist ideology.
Well, particularly with watching what's happening with the Greens, like they're purging their own members.
Yeah.
This is literally what Stalin did and Chavez has done. But
watch their electoral results just collapse even further from here.
Yeah.
I mean, they already, there was talk that they were going to take over from the Labor Party and they were going to be the next big one, blah, blah, blah. They peaked and they've been struggling along and bumping along ever since. But this is going to really...
It's the trans stuff and the Palestine stuff.
Yeah.
That's what's killed the Greens.
And how can you hold both of those? Like the incoherence of those two things. But that's
the whole point.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole point. It's like, people go, oh, fascism's the opposite extreme of communism. No, they're right next to each other.
Brothers, yeah.
So it's the same kind of thing. Islam and the trans cult are both insanely ideologically co-opted, but also extreme and very exclusive.
Yeah.
So they're actually strange bedfellows.
Yeah, and it's kind of this thing of people say, oh, Man United or Chelsea, it's like soccer teams, like you have to pick one, and then we're gonna barrack for hours and beat up people who barrack for the other one, blah blah blah. Well, actually, they're both soccer teams. They're both playing the same game.
Yeah,
they're wearing a different color jersey, but they're playing exactly the same game.
Yeah,
and in a way, you're right. Transgender ideology, in my view, has become a modern day cult. It has become its own religion. And those who don't support it are heretics. We're not just wrong, we're heretics. And it's taken on a religious element, as has government in general, in my opinion. So you're right. There is probably a comparison to be made there, but it's just ironic that literally any transgender person and all these people cheering for trans rights, they would not live very long if they went into a genuinely Sharia law Islamic country.
You've just watched another short clip from the Oddcast, and if you'd like to see the full video, it is over at our dedicated channel. That is the Oddcast HQ on YouTube. We will see you there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and have a chat in the comments.